This is a sample response for part 2 of the speaking section, where you need to give a short speech or monologue. I'm going to use the same topic that was presented in the part 2 lesson, and also the same notes that were presented at the end. While I'm speaking, I'm going to begin by putting the topic card on the screen, so you can follow along as I discuss the shorter subpoints at the beginning of the speech. At the end of the speech, where I'm discussing the last subpoint that has a longer response, I'll put up my notes on the screen so you can follow along then. Okay, so let's take a look at the topic card as a reminder. In this topic, we are supposed to describe a place that was special as a child. Supposed to say where the place is located, what it looks like, and how frequently we went to this place. So this will be at the beginning of the speech, these 3 subpoints. And then the longer response, we're supposed to explain why this place is special. Okay, so that will be where I switch to my notes, and you can follow along from the notes. Okay, so here's a sample response for this topic card for part 2. A location that was very meaningful for me when I was young was the park located behind my parents' house. This park looked like a jungle to me because of the tall trees and all of the bushes and wild growth that was there. It really looked like a very wild space, and that was part of the reason I loved it so much. I used to go there almost every day in the warm summer months when I didn't have school. I spent a lot of time at this park as a child. One of the reasons that this place was so unique and meaningful to me was because it was a place of adventure when I was very small. Even when I was 6, 7, or 8 years old, my parents let me go outside and play in this park, unsupervised. They felt it was safe, that there were no real dangers for me, and so I got to go and really have a lot of fun. I found hidden spots in the park, places like little caves and hollowed out trees. I also had a lot of trees that I could climb, and these places were special to me because of all this adventure that I could experience by going there and finding them. A second reason that this place was really special to me was because of the personal connection I have to the space. My brother was married at this park a few years ago. It was a beautiful wedding with many family and friends there, and I just loved that my brother chose to have his special day at this park that had been such a big part of my life when I was young. Also, a few years after my brother's wedding, we had a big family reunion with cousins coming and aunts and uncles, many people I hadn't seen for years. And I felt like I got to show them this special park that was my own. This was my place, and I got to share it with them, and that was so wonderful. So for these reasons, this park behind my parents' home was really a special and unique place for me growing up.